Have you ever wondered about the origins of the quirky, colorful, and somewhat mysterious south-of-the-border roadside attraction in South Carolina? Our tale begins with a place that has become an icon over the years, a beacon of intrigue and amusement nestled on the border between North and South Carolina. The south of the border, with its towering sombrero-shaped observation tower, vibrant colors, and a myriad of eccentricities, has managed to capture the imagination of everyone who passes by. This roadside attraction has become a landmark, a symbol, and a beacon that has stood the test of time. It is a place where kitsch meets history, where the ordinary becomes extraordinary. But more than just a roadside stop, south of the border is a place that has been woven into the cultural fabric of America. It is a place that tells a story of dreams, of ambition, and of the unexpected twists and turns that make life so interesting. In its heyday, south of the border was a bustling hub of activity, a place where travelers could take a break from their journey to enjoy a meal, shop for souvenirs, or simply marvel at the spectacle of it all. But beneath the surface, there is more to this place than meets the eye. South of the border is not just a place of commerce. It's a place of stories, of oddities, and yes, even of ghosts. These tales give south of the border an air of mystery and intrigue. They are the whispers in the wind, the shadows in the corners, the unseen presences that add an extra layer of fascination to this already captivating place. So how did this remarkable place come to be? How did it evolve from a small beer stand to the iconic roadside attraction that it is today? And what are the stories, the legends, and the ghost tales that have become a part of its lore? Well, sit back, relax, and let's delve into the history. Let's uncover the mysteries, the oddities, and the spectral tales of the south of the border. The story of south of the border begins in 1949 with a man named Alan Schaefer. This enterprising gentleman started out with a simple idea. A beer stand, just a small, unassuming place where weary travelers could quench their thirst. But this wasn't just any old beer stand, no. It was strategically placed right on the border between North and South Carolina. Why there, you might ask? Well, back in those days, many counties in North Carolina were dry, meaning they prohibited the sale of alcohol. So, Schaefer's beer stand became a beacon for thirsty North Carolinians who would cross the border into South Carolina just for a taste of that forbidden brew. But Schaefer wasn't content with just slinging beers. He saw an opportunity for something more. He noticed that his customers, having made the journey for their libations, often needed a place to rest before making the return trip. So he expanded his business, adding a motel to the mix. The South of the Border Motor Inn, as it came to be known, was more than just a place to sleep. It was a place where travelers could kick back, relax, and enjoy a bit of southern hospitality. And it was an instant hit. People came for the beer, but they stayed for the cozy accommodations and the friendly atmosphere. And so, the little beer stand on the border began to grow. Schaefer added a restaurant, then a gas station, and before anyone knew it, south of the border was no longer just a pit stop, but a destination in its own right. From there, the expansion just kept going. Schaefer had a vision, and he wasn't afraid to dream big. He saw south of the border as a place where people could escape from their everyday lives, if only for a little while. A place where they could experience a taste of the exotic right in their own backyard. From a simple beer stand, south of the border started to evolve into a roadside attraction. And as we'll see in the next scene, this was only the beginning of its journey. The 1960s saw south of the border expanding beyond just a motel and a beer stand. This was the start of what we'll call the expansion era, a time of ambitious growth and innovation. As south of the border was gaining popularity, the masterminds behind this unique attraction decided to broaden their horizons. The first additions were restaurants. They started with the simple, serving up classic American fare. But they didn't stop there. Oh no, they pushed the culinary envelope, introducing Mexican cuisine to their menu, a nod to the attraction's namesake. And let's not forget the ice cream parlor, a sweet treat for the weary traveler. Next, they added gas stations because what road trip is complete without a pit stop for fuel? But these weren't your typical fill-up-and-go stations. They were designed to be part of the experience, adding to the overall charm of south of the border. Now, here's where things get really interesting. In the midst of all this, they added a post office. Yes, you heard that right, a post office. Imagine sending a postcard from south of the border, a tangible memento of your adventurous journey. But the most iconic addition during the expansion era was undoubtedly the sombrero-shaped observation tower. Standing at a whopping 200 feet tall, This was a sight to behold. It offered panoramic views of the surrounding landscape, a vista of the borderlands that was as breathtaking as it was intriguing, and who could forget Pedro? The attraction's mascot, a larger-than-life character with a wide grin and a sombrero, became synonymous with south of the border. Pedro's presence added a delightful dash of humor and warmth, making every visitor feel right at home. South of the border had become more than a stopover, it was now a destination. A place that captured the imagination and offered a slice of Americana with a twist. It was a testament to the spirit of innovation and the power of a well-spun tale. By the 1970s, south of the border was in its heyday. Indeed, it was the golden age for this roadside attraction. It was more than just a pit stop. South of the border had transformed into a destination in its own right. The place was buzzing with activity, brimming with life and overflowing with a unique blend of whimsy and kitsch that was hard to resist. South of the border didn't just happen upon its popularity though, it was a carefully orchestrated symphony of clever marketing strategies and a keen understanding of its target audience. Families traveling on I-95, the highway, stretching from Florida to Maine, was the perfect conduit for families on road trips, and south of the border was the ideal break in the journey. Its appeal was multifaceted. For parents, it offered a chance to stretch their legs, grab a bite to eat, and maybe even snag a quirky souvenir. For children, it was an explosion of color and novelty. A playground filled with oversized statues, amusement rides, and a petting zoo. The billboards, oh, the billboards. They were an integral part of south of the border's marketing genius. Stretching for hundreds of miles in either direction along I-95, these colorful, pun-filled signs were a tantalizing teaser of what awaited at south of the border. They built anticipation, sparked curiosity, and often they were the highlight of the journey. South of the border was more than just a roadside attraction. It was a monument to Americana, a testament to the power of clever marketing, and a beacon for weary travelers. It was a place that offered a slice of fun and a dash of the unexpected in the midst of long, often monotonous highway travels. At its peak, south of the border was drawing in millions of visitors each year. It was a shining star in the vast expanse of I-95, a must-see destination that had etched itself into the fabric of American road trip culture. Like many great establishments, south of the border faced its share of challenges. The latter part of the 20th century saw a shift in travel trends. The rise of air travel and the advent of interstates meant fewer families were hitting the road for long-haul journeys. The once bustling roadside attraction began to feel the pinch as the number of road trippers dwindled. Around the same time, competition began to rise. New tourist attractions sprouted up along the highway, all vying for the attention of the diminishing crowd of road travelers. The colossal statues and quirky billboards of south of the border struggled to draw in the crowds as they had in its heyday. The once vibrant and bustling attraction began to show signs of decline, but south of the border was far from ready to become another forgotten roadside relic. The owners knew it was time to adapt or fade into obscurity, and so the revival efforts began. They looked to diversify their offerings, introducing new amenities to appeal to a broader demographic. They revamped their marketing strategy to reach out to a new generation of travelers, and they invested in sprucing up the grounds, ensuring that south of the border retained its unique charm and kitsch appeal. The journey wasn't smooth. There were trials and errors, successes and setbacks. But the spirit of south of the border remained strong and unwavering. The team behind the scene was determined to keep the iconic attraction alive and relevant. The passion and dedication they put into the revival efforts slowly but surely began to pay off. Today, south of the border stands as a testament to the resilience and adaptability of a beloved American roadside attraction. It's a place that has managed to evolve with the times while staying true to its roots. A place that continues to capture the imagination of travelers young and old. Despite the struggles, south of the border refused to become a forgotten relic of the past. Its story of decline and revival is a testament to the enduring appeal of roadside Americana. No history would be complete without a few ghost stories, and south of the border has plenty. As night falls and the neon lights flicker to life, there's an undeniable air of mystery that swirls around this iconic roadside attraction. One of the most whispered tales is that of Pedro, the mascot of south of the border. Some say that he's more than just a fiberglass statue. Legend has it that Pedro was once a real person who loved the place so much that his spirit never left. Late at night, when the park is quiet, it's said that you can hear the faint sounds of Pedro's laughter floating in the wind. Then there's the story of the haunted motel rooms. Over the years, visitors have reported strange occurrences in certain rooms. Some speak of lights flickering on and off, while others tell of unexplained cold spots and doors that open and close on their own. A few brave souls have even claimed to have seen ghostly figures moving through the walls, their faces obscured by the shadows. And let's not forget about the ghost of the old mechanic. This spectral figure is said to haunt the old garage at south of the border. People have reported hearing the sounds of tools clanging and the echo of a phantom radio playing old tunes late into the night. It's as if the old mechanic is still toiling away even in the afterlife. There's also the tale of the phantom hitchhiker, a spectral figure seen wandering along the highway near the attraction. Drivers report seeing a figure in the rearview mirror, only for it to vanish when they turn around. These stories, while chilling, are part of the charm of south of the border. They add a touch of intrigue and excitement to a place that's already brimming with history and nostalgia. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, these tales add another layer to the enigma of south of the border. Today, south of the border continues to stand tall, its neon lights still beckoning travelers on I-95. Step into the present day and you'll find that this iconic roadside attraction in South Carolina has managed to keep its charm alive. As timeless as ever, south of the border continues to lure in visitors with its unique blend of kitschy Americana and nostalgic charm. Despite the changing times, the attraction has managed to stay relevant. It's not just a pit stop anymore, it's a destination. The giant Sombrero Tower still stands strong, a beacon for miles around, while the amusement park, aptly named Pedroland Park, continues to thrill children and adults alike with its rides and games. The Reptile Lagoon, the largest indoor reptile exhibit in the United States, remains a crowd favorite, home to a wide variety of reptiles from around the globe. South of the border's place in pop culture is also noteworthy. Its iconic sign depicting Pedro, the attraction's mascot in sombrero and poncho, has been immortalized in countless photographs, artworks, and even in song lyrics. It's a testament to the enduring appeal of this roadside attraction that it has found its way into the hearts and minds of people far and wide. Yet it's not just the rides, the games, or the neon lights that make south of the border what it is today. It's the sense of nostalgia, the throwback to a bygone era of roadside attractions that truly cements its place in American culture. It's a place where families can make memories, where travelers can take a break from their journey, and where history buffs can appreciate a piece of Americana that has managed to stand the test of time. South of the border remains a testament to roadside Americana, a piece of history that refuses to fade away. While the world changes around it, south of the border continues to shine brightly, a beacon of nostalgia and a testament to the enduring charm of roadside attractions. Our journey through the history of south of the border has been a fascinating one. This iconic roadside attraction in South Carolina is more than just an amusing stop on a long drive. It's a testament to the power of vision, resilience, and a little bit of quirkiness. We started with the humble beginnings of south of the border as a small beer stand in the late 1940s. This was a time when the area was just a quiet, little-known spot on the map. But even then, the seeds of something extraordinary were already being sown. Then we moved into the period of expansion. This was when south of the border began evolving into the larger-than-life attraction we know today. With the addition of restaurants, gas stations, and even a motel, it grew into a beacon that drew in travelers from far and wide. We then delved into the height of its popularity in the 70s and 80s. South of the border was not just a roadside attraction anymore. It had become a symbol of Americana. A place where families could create unforgettable memories. However, every story has its ups and downs. We discussed the decline of south of the border and how it managed to stay afloat despite the numerous challenges it faced. The revival of this iconic spot was nothing short of inspiring, demonstrating the true spirit of resilience and adaptability. And of course, we couldn't leave out the ghost stories. Every good tale needs a dash of the supernatural, and south of the border certainly has its share. From eerie apparitions to unexplained phenomena, these stories added a layer of intrigue to our journey. Finally, we explored the state of south of the border today. It may not be as bustling as it once was, but it continues to draw in visitors with its blend of nostalgia, charm, and mystery. From a simple beer stand to a roadside destination filled with history, mystery, and a touch of the supernatural, south of the border truly is a place like no other. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey through the history and hauntings of south of the border. We appreciate you taking the time to delve into this iconic roadside attraction's past, present, and the eerie tales that surround it. Your curiosity and interest fuel our desire to continue unearthing and sharing these fascinating stories. If you enjoyed our trip through the timeline of south of the border and found our dive into its mysteries intriguing, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Your engagement encourages us to keep exploring and creating content that piques your interest and satisfies your curiosity. So, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more captivating stories from across the globe. Remember, every like and subscribe helps us bring more fascinating stories to you. Until our next adventure, keep exploring, stay curious, and continue to be a part of our journey into the intriguing world of forgotten places and their untold stories. Goodbye for now.